like, is this lady dumb, stupid, or slow? It's your girl Bree, and I'm back again. Hey y'all, how are y'all doing? So I'm coming at y'all with a story time on how I almost got a warrant out for my arrest, y'all. OMG. Yeah, I almost got a warrant out for my arrest. This happened back in 2018. So yeah, this happened a while ago. So like years ago. Before I get started, make sure y'all check my other social medias at Bree Elise on Instagram, Bree Elise on Facebook, and at Bree_Elise on TikTok and Snapchat. All my socials will be linked in the description box below, so make sure you check your girl out. Getting right into the story time. This was about a wreck that I had got into. Now this one wasn't my fault. This one, what was going on is we was on the highway and this lady had switched lanes and she hit my car. I was in one lane and she was switching into my lane and she hit my car. So she damaged my door, so I had to replace my door. I'm not gonna go into too much detail because it really wasn't too much detail to give. I'm gonna just give y'all that piece. She damaged my car, my door specifically on my passenger side, so I had to get it replaced. So I went to this place called, well, of course her insurance was involved and all of that. So I had to go to this place called Caliber Collision. And they did an investigation on my damages on my vehicle and they sent me a check for the damages. Okay, so they sent me a check for the damages. I received the check maybe like a week or two later. Then I said, okay, well maybe if I do a mobile check deposit through my bank, I'll see the funds within 1 to 2 days. So, y'all, my app was saying it was gonna take 4 or 5 days. And I decided I didn't want to wait. Because at that point, I was able to get somebody to replace my door for the low. You know, for a low price, so that I could have that extra money to do whatever I want with it. So going back to the check, instead of me waiting for it to show up in my account through the mobile deposit, I went to a check cashing place to get it cashed right then and there. So that's what I did. I had got it cashed, got the money. They gave me a receipt for everything and I went on about my day because I had to go to work that same day. So after I did that, I went to work. And I was telling my boyfriend about the situation and he was like,
make sure you keep your receipt.
So my boyfriend kept telling me to keep my receipt, just in case anything happened as far as anything with the mobile deposit to my bank. So I said, okay. So I'm thinking in my head, my bank can see that check has already been cashed. Because I was thinking it's a bank. They should already know. But I was wrong. I was dead wrong. So a couple days later, they had deposited the funds in my account. They deposited the funds in my account. So I automatically knew that that check was going to bounce at that check cashing place. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna go. The next day I went up there. Well, not the next day, a couple days later, I went back up to the check cashing place and I said, hey, this check was already deposited in my account. I was under the impression that it wasn't gonna deposit to my account since I already cashed it. So I'm telling the lady that, and she was like, well, since the check is gonna bounce, there's a $50 fee for that. And you have to pay us back the money from the check. And I said, dang, $50 is a lot of money for that, but I gotta do it. It is what it is. She had said something smart. I don't know. Oh, she was saying it's gonna be money out of our pocket too. Whatever. I said, whatever, I gotta pay it, so it is what it is. So I went ahead, paid them the $50 plus the amount of the check. So she gave me a receipt for that. And I'm getting sidetracked, but that I had told my boyfriend that situation, and he also said keep your receipt for that situation. That was the situation where he told me to keep the receipt, not before then. Because he was like, you never know. They'll probably say you didn't pay them, so keep that receipt. So I kept the receipt. I give it a couple days later, maybe a week later. Same girl. I remember her voice because that was the same girl I was talking to when the situation happened. I had to go back up there and pay that. So they called my phone while I'm at work. So I missed the call, but they left a voicemail. So I listened to the voicemail, and it's talking about, oh, the check had bounced. If you don't come up here by tomorrow, we're gonna put out a warrant for your arrest. We're gonna call the cops and put out a warrant for your arrest. So make sure you come up here and satisfy the check. I was like, is this lady dumb, stupid, or slow? Because I was just up there, paid the fee, and paid them back. What is she talking about? I said, oh my goodness. I said, you know what? I'm gonna go up there tomorrow. So I went back up there the next day. I went back up there the next day. And I told her, I said, hey, you know, I got a voicemail from here stating that the check bounced and I needed to pay y'all. I was like, but I was up here a few days ago and I've already paid y'all and I have the receipt to prove it. And she was like, oh, okay, can I see the receipt? And she made copies of the receipt. Didn't apologize or nothing. Didn't say, oh, my bad. Oh, I apologize. I forgot. Nothing, y'all. And I was just like, this crackhead. But anyway, so she made copies of the receipt and it was a done deal from there. But I'm thinking in my head, like, what if I didn't keep the receipt? I would have went to jail for fraud, it would have been for fraud, but it would have been for no reason because I had already paid them. That's why, more of the story, keep y'all receipts. Keep y'all receipts. Because people will say you didn't pay them and you already paid them and you over there in jail for no reason. Because that's exactly what was going to happen to me. I was going to be in jail for no reason. But yeah, I just thought that was crazy because I was like, my boyfriend, he's an overthinker. And I'm so glad he told me, make sure you keep that receipt because they'll try to say you didn't pay them. And I'm glad, either way, I was going to keep my receipt, but I'm glad I did. I'm so glad I did. But that was the end of that story time. My camera about to go dead, so it was right on time. So that's the end of this story. Tell me y'all thoughts on the story below. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.